Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Trish, and in this video I'm going to be going ahead and showing you my finished pages that I have been coloring on starting this year in this Hanna Karlzon's adult coloring book called Daydreams. And since then I have ordered the 5 books, and there's another one that I want to get, but it won't be available in the US until August, so I'm waiting on that one, and I really want that one too. And it's called Soulmates. And so, but I'm going to give you a flip through of the colored pages that I've finished in this book. Like I said, that it's in my previous video when I did a little bit of tutorial on how I color. I think it was mushrooms in this book. A few videos ago, and I haven't finished that page yet, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I finished in the pages of this book. But like I said, most of her books, or all of her books, there are 92 pages total on each book, and they are a hardcover book, and the pages are really good thick pages. And then, you know, I just love coloring the pages in the book. So this is the title page, and I think most of us that have this book or any of her Hanna Karlzon books, we have colored the image that was the title page. And I think I've seen a couple of people that colored the little image that she did on the second page. And then this is the nameplate page. And this page, I started coloring it with, I can't remember, because again, I got this book over about 2 years ago, and I started coloring, and I didn't finish it until this year, and I finished it, I think I finished it with my Thornton's color pencils, and I'll be doing another video excuse me, of all of my color pencils that I have so far. But yeah, and so I finished coloring this page earlier this year, and there's a few pages that I had started and I didn't finish, so I finished those pages first, and this is one of them, and then I went back and now I'm doing this page, and I'm not doing any other, you know, starting another page until I finish it. So this is one page that I did with multiple different brands of color pencils. I know I finished it with my Thornton's art supply pencils, and so that's that page. And then the second page that I finished was is this page, and again this was a page that I had started and I didn't finish it, and I also finished it also too with my Thornton color pencils, and also use a gel pen for on the wings. So that's that one. And I just did different color moths. Yeah, I didn't, you know, because I see a lot of people, because it's like her pictures or her images, they have not exactly Zentangle images on her different elements that she has in the book, but she do has put patterns in it. I'm gonna go back because I don't think I had that all in frame. So that is that page that I finished that. And like this bird, this is the kind of print or pattern that she puts in her different elements in her page. And I tend not to color different colors. I mean, I've seen people that have these books, have Hanna's books, and they do color all this different. I don't do that. Well, I do like a few colors, but I don't, you know, like color, you know, each section separately a different color. So this is like more like a red bird in different shades. So that's that. And that. And then this page, I used a black pink pen that I got from Walmart. I don't have the Posca pens, and I haven't seen them locally at my Michael's or Hobby Lobby. or Joann's for that matter. I really haven't been to Joann's. It's a new store, and so I haven't checked to see if they had the Joann's, and I don't really remember seeing them online. I can buy them anywhere. So I did find some paint pens called Painter's Paint Pens, and they are at Walmart. You can get them in different sizes and tips. So I did the background and the black paint pen, and the elements that was on top of some of the houses. That was, you know, of course, the black. So I used my white gel pen to draw those back in. And this entire page was also done with my Thornton Art Supply pencils. Okay, and I used some gel pens on some parts. I tend to not mix my colored pencils with different brands when I'm coloring, so that this is this page. You can see the whole thing. And so that's that page. And again, this was all done in one brand of colored pencils, and that was my Thornton's Art Supply pencils and a gel pen. Okay, and then this page, there's another page that I started coloring, and I didn't finish. So I think most of the pages that I finished, and before I bought my pencils, because I had Prismacolor Scholar pencils and Verithin color pencils, but I didn't use those because I only had like 22 colors of those, and so I used again Thornton Supply pencils to finish this image. And you can see where the sparkle and the gems, I used my gel pen on there. And I was intending to go back and do the background, but I haven't. And since it's been so long since I finished it, I probably won't go back and do the background. Okay, and then this double spread. Let me see. Let's see. I think this is another one that I did mainly of my Thornton Art Supply pencils. And the water I did, like, I think we used like 3 or 4 different colors of pencils in the water. And the sky, did the different purples and blues. I drew the clouds in. I'm not fond of these clouds. Maybe these right here, but not so much of this one, and the moon. Oh, my ears are ringing so bad. Okay, so yeah, this little, I guess it's a little mountain or island here or whatever with the giant mushrooms on it. And then there's the ship that I colored, and then all of the things in the water. They were, like in the same color palette. And again, this is my Thornton Art Supply pencils that I used, and my gel pen that I outlined the stars in. And this is just a test page where I kind of use this as, this page right here to test my different colored pencils that I have. I think these are Sargent Art, which I don't color much with. And this one I think is, I wrote it down, but then I wrote it out. So that's my Leisure Art pencil. This is a set of pencils of Leisure Art that I got, and they aren't labeled. They weren't labeled. They didn't have a number to them or anything. And I did all that. That's, yeah, y'all see that in another video. So they color pretty good. All the colors that I use, color pencils I use on this page. This is like a test page of my color pencils. I like the way they lay down. But I really have to color with them. And I believe this one is Crayola. I'm not sure. I think this is Crayola crayons, color pencils right here. I'm not sure. So I use this as a test page for the different brand of color pencils that I have. Okay, now this page is one that I did in strictly Crayola, Crayola markers and Crayola color pencils. Now I used the markers on the nest and the tree stump and the leaves. Okay, I'm not thrilled with this, with how I did the nest. Everything else I'm good with. I kind of messed up on the eggs and the nest, but I like everything else, how everything else turned out in this picture. And like, again, pattern with the birds here. See, I used multiple colors at time, but I still didn't color them, each little pattern a different color. It just, you basically colored the, the realistic color of the bird. And so that's that page. And then this page was did in, let me think. Can't remember. I'm thinking I did these also, and my Thornton pencils, because I only had the Thornton Supply color pencils, and I can't remember. I think this is basically my Thornton color pencil, because yeah, these were the Thornton art supply pencils, because I remember I used metallic color on them, and you can't really see the metallic. It's got a little bit of a shine to it, to the kettle here. So I do remember now that I did use my Thornton art supply pencils on this page. And I was doing color my backgrounds with color pencils before I started. I found my pastels. So there's a page where I did use my pastels to color the background. So that's that page. It's 3 mice on a sea with in a kettle. Let's see. And then this page I recently did, and I used again my Thornton Supply art color pencils. The Thornton Supply art. Wait a minute. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of them. Here's the case. It's these Thornton Art Supply. Thornton Art Supply pencils. And this is, they came in a case. I got a piece of them. I'm going to show you all my color pencils that I have. But this is the first time I ever colored red hair. Because I was started coloring. This is actually also it's got a lot of face pages in this book, and this is the first page and the only page actually that I did that had a face in it. And so I colored her first, and it was pretty, straightforward. I did put a lot of makeup on her, just get her the smoky eye and a little lipstick, no blush or anything like that. It's like a natural look. And then I color her skin first, and I knew I wanted them to be 2 different tones, the skin tone. But then when it came to this picture, I was asking my sister, I said, what color should I color her hair? And she said red. I'm like, I don't know, but I never did red hair, and red hair might be too, it might not fit with this page. So I went to my craft page on Facebook, and I asked some of my crafty people in there, I asked them, what color should I color her hair? Some people said red, brunette, blonde, and somebody said auburn color. So I went with red. And it turned out way better than I expected this page to, and I love it so much. So I love the way this page turned out. And this is one of the pages that I also colored the background in with my pastels. So I'm going to see if I can just show the whole page. That I've colored with this, with the 2 mirrored images. Well, they're not really mirrored images, but this thing. And yeah, so that's that page. And then this is another page. This page is strictly Crayola. This is all Crayola, except the background was done with my pastels, and there's little bits of glitter gel pen here on the sleeves of her dress, around the collar, and at the bottom. So again, this was strictly all done in Crayola. This was the first page I ever done in the whole Crayola. See how the Crayola laid down in this book, and it does really well. I was surprisingly pleased with the way it came out. The Crayola in this page, in this book, on this page. So I really like this one too. So that's that one. Let's see. And I just recently finished this one, and I did this one with my Prismacolor Premier. I recently purchased my Prismacolor Premier last month. I wasn't going to. I was like, I want to give me some Prismacolor. I want to get Prismacolor, and you know that you all know that they're pricey. And then I said, well, you know what? I'm good with what I got, or I can get more budget-friendly pencils. And so I did. I said, but you know what? When they were on sale at Michael's, I bought them. And then that was like a 72 count. That I went online to Amazon, and I found them that was 132 count, and they were on sale. And they was even just about the same price as the 72 count that I got from Michael's. I think I told the story in another video, but yeah, so I had to take those pencils back to Michael's and order the ones off Amazon, and yeah, I made out real well with those pencils when I purchased these. So this that Prismacolor pencils that I used, and it was from the 132 count that I got from Amazon. And I really like this page. It's really turned out cute, like the little frog. I like frogs. I used to catch frogs when I was a little girl. I still catch them. I just caught one out in my backyard the other night with my little granddaughter. She wasn't, feeling that frog. Oh, it was a little toad. So like, no, I don't want to touch it, but it's cute. Yeah. Okay, so this is another page that I did. And this is one of the pages I actually finished when I first got the book. And again, this is one of the patterns that she did in the Beetle. And like I said, it's not Zentangle, but it's kind of like it. It's more of a pattern, or repeat pattern type thing. So I just used a few colors on this, and I believe I used my Thornton's Art Supply pencil because I got most of the pages that I did in here when I first got this book at the same time I got the Thornton's Art Supply pencils. So I believe this is the page I did with those color pencils as well. And then there's this page where it says down at the bottom, it says draw your own patterns in the Beetle. Well, y'all can see I didn't do that. I did something else. So I used the same colors that I used in this Beetle and did this. And I used a gel pen to give it some highlights. And then this page I also did with my Thornton's Art Supply pencils. Strictly those pencils from that collection or that brand, and I really like this too. I am proud of this page, and I tried to pick colors that was like bright under seeing life. So yeah, I'm proud of this page. Okay, that's another one because I actually drew a pattern in that one. I'm not fond of it, but there it is. Okay, this is a page that I haven't finished yet. I started coloring the rabbit, but I'm not done with it. Hopefully my next video or soon I'll be showing this finished page. Okay, this page I used, let me see. I think I used my Thornton Art Supply pencils on this one too. And I used a gel pen on the gems and pastels for the background. And this page is really actually more rich in color than you probably see it on the screen. But this color is actually deeper than what you're actually looking at, or what you see. So I made it simple. Kind of wish I kind of did a little bit different, but it works. I don't draw anymore, or I haven't done it in a while. But when I do my color pencil drawings and everything, you know how it smears. And I draw with pencil. I didn't use like the graphite pencil, and I use, you know, mechanical pencils. I like drawing mechanical pencils. I just drew in black and white because it always starts sharp. I didn't have to continue sharpening the pencil, so I always like drawing with mechanical pencils. And so any one time I finish a drawing, I would spray it with the acrylic spray, and so now the charcoal won't smear or transfer to the next page or to the other page. So that's that page. And then this page is of a rooster, and I actually googled some images of a rooster because I try to stick with actual lifelike colors of something when I'm coloring. So I tried to do the feathers close to our actual rooster, and his juggle on his head, or whatever you call that, and his tail feathers. And so, and let me see, what color pencils did I use on this one? I think two. I used my Thornton Art Supply pencils. And I believe that is all that I finished in this book. Yep, that's it. That's all I got done in this book. And again, this is the book that I have had, I can repeat, not but I've had for like 2 years, and I want to finish it by the end of this year. So that's my goal, is to finish this book by the end of the year. So that is what I have been coloring in since. Okay, sorry guys. So yeah, I will be doing another video at the end of this month of the pages that I've colored in this book, and any other. I'm not gonna be coloring other books like the a recent book that I just got and some other ones. And I'm also gonna be showing you a video of all my coloring books that I have so far. And I have a wish list of colored pencils and other mediums and other colored books that I want to get. So, thanks guys for joining me, and see you next time. Bye.